sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Mounties of Paris taking on the Dragons of Tokyo. Along with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin here, and partner, let's examine this Tokyo ball club as they enter play.
They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visiting Parisian ball club,
we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from Florida State.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Throwing to start the drive. Butler.
That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now Allen.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
First down.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Joseph Osai.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack.
Let's go now. Press on leading.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Mounties.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 scope.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
It's
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
They'll take over at first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That is caught. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offenses, pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Wilson now off the bootleg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
they enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They begin the drive on the ground with Allen. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
A look there at the numbers a week ago for Allen.
Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Second and long. He finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes.
Complete to number 24.
Third and 3.
But it brings up third down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Butler. He's got his target. That's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
It's a gain of 55.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Allen, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Let's go. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Butler. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
They go play action now. Wilson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Clock running under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter.
50-yard line.
Go. Ready.
They run up the gut with Kelly. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play.
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Ready, ready. Cowboy 80.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Ready, set. Let's go now. Cougar 19.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
He was taken down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready?
Kelly is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey, motion, go.
They go play action with Wilson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down. 4th and goal.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And his kick here is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here's the Paris offense ready to take possession in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Off the bootleg. Butler. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And a Paris first down.
Here's Allen.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
18 Cardinal, 18.
On the draw, here's Allen. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Braylon Allen, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
And his guys have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after try forthcoming. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Dragons 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again.
Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. It's Wilson.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A quick throw complete to Washington. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And
he'll get it right back to Washington.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Ready? Marking 18. Go.
To throw again is Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
On now is Ty Zentner to punt.
In punt formation.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Powering his way forward.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
67 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Pat the 60.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a carry for Allen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Back to throw. Butler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Operating from the gun, Butler.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Here we go, Jack. Let's go.
They'll run with Allen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Butler. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Mounties have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tokyo set to go on offense once again.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The loss at 6.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now it's Wilson.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Here's Ty Zentner now.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. And with a 17-3 cushion already, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
Come on. 60 bites, 60 bites.
Throwing to start the drive. Butler. He finds his man, complete. It's George. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Over the middle, complete. That's George. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down, Mounties.
Back to throw now on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
First down.
So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire you.
And coughed it up. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Harris, first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Mounties.
Get it. Steady.
On first down, Levy trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Back to throw. Butler. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
46-yard line.
And that's how you get back in good graces with your head coach after you fumbled the last time out. He's determined, A, to hold on to the football, and B, to run with purpose and make up for his mistake. That's a heck of a run right there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the 47-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And third and 8 now.
Brings up third and 8.
Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
It's a gain of
18 yards and a first down.
Good for a Tokyo first down. First and
now
10
what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Let's go now. At the 22-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And it's caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Kelly to try to punch it in. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
Let's go. Ready.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him.
Ready.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand.
19-18.
Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Up the middle they go. It's Allen. Well, this defense is all fired up now as they'll drop him a second straight time. Back inside the 5 now. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
The shorter there taken in by Ferguson.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They bring their punter out there now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll take it on this side of midfield.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Step.
Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Moore. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Ready.
They'll give up the middle to Kelly. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Dragons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And here's the Paris offense ready to take possession.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Levy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest. And they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
70 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well.
And he is all the way up past the 25.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
They'll run on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 11.
Now Wilson. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That's another Tokyo first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. Here's Wilson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here's the Paris offense ready to take possession. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Butler. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Wilson. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
Running right with Kelly. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Tokyo, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Hawk 70. Let's go.
Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. Here's 1st and goal. Wilson wants a different look.
First down and goal to go.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Stanley.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give him that the rest of the way. Throwing now is Wilson. And this one too low. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Ready.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Up the middle they go. Allen. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go. Back to 60.
From the gun on 3rd down. Butler. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. How about this? He's to the 10. And he's across for a late touchdown. And seconds. That one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
At the 32-yard line.
Wilson. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Franklin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle. They'll wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Paris,
it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.
Meanwhile, for Tokyo,
things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.